61A, lecture number 11. Announcements. Midterm 1 regrade requests due today. Homework 3 is due tomorrow. We'll have a homework party tonight in 247 Corey. We actually have multiple rooms reserved, but please come to 247 Corey, and if it's full, someone will tell you where else to go. And finally, Project 2 has been released. The CATS project. It's not really about cats. It's about how quickly one can type and building an application that measures typing speed. Why is it called CATS? Well, there's an acronym, and there's a cat. Another cat. Another cat. That's why it's called CATS. If you want to see what you're going to build, we host a version where you can measure your typing speed. As of February 2013, the site contained photographs of over 8,000 cats. Oh, I made it. So, it might look like this is a web-based application and not something you would build in Python. But all of the logic about computing, accuracy, and the words per minute, which is how fast you're typing, whether you've typed things correctly, all happens in Python, and just the results are displayed here in the browser. And most applications in the real world separate the logic for how to display what's going on with the logic for how to actually track the important details. So you describe the behavior. We provide you with the code that makes it show up in a browser, but actually that's all open source too if you want to look at it. So if you poke around on the internet, you'll find a GitHub account for this course, which has a project called the CATS Graphical User Interface, and all of the code is public. This does not contain solutions to your project. Instead, it contains all of the code that makes the work that your project does appear in the browser. So if you're interested in that, you could check it out. But first, do the project, which has 3 phases. One about measuring your typing speed, a second about automatically correcting typing, and a third about a multiplayer version, which actually lets you play against somebody else, seeing who can type the same phrase faster over the internet. So today's lecture about sequences is going to look in more detail about how to put multiple values together into one value and then manipulate that value by taking parts of a list, reordering the list, etc. And this includes some examples of using recursion to manipulate lists and strings. But the videos describing these examples aren't by me. They're by Professor Hani Farid, who has developed a whole series of videos about learning to program. You can find them by going to farid.berkeley.edu and looking at his video tutorials, which talk about all kinds of things relevant to this course. And a couple of these videos I've included in the playlist for today so that you can see him talk about examples. And he has this amazingly cool style where he has superimposed the code on top of a video of himself so that he can point at it, which is just awesome. So I don't think I could do it as well, which is why I included the videos of him doing it instead. And by the way, here are all these other videos where you could learn about recursion and lists and for loops and all kinds of things if you want to. Sometimes people appreciate a second perspective on the material they're learning, and I think this is a really nice resource.